This is the how to play video for the game Whipstitch. Quick and crafty little card game for 2 to 4 players, 15 to 20 minutes, ages 12 and up. For the sake of this video, I'll just be assuming it is only 2 players, but it will also work the same way for 3 and 4 players. When you open the tin, you'll see 54 cards and 16 button tokens. Button tokens range from 1 point to 3 points. There is only one 3-point. There are 3 2-point. And the rest are 1 point. To set the game up, take the button tokens, place them in the shallow portion of the tin, face down, button side up. And then give them a good jumble. Shuffle the game cards. Obviously better than that. And deal each player 5 cards. Set the remaining cards next to the game tin. Right here will be a discard pile. Inside the well will be called the used pile. The game's set up. Now the object of the game is to acquire these button tokens. The button tokens will give you points at the end of the game. In order to do that, you have to play the cards so that you can form quilts. I don't have any pattern cards in my hand at the moment, but I do have fabric card and thread cards. These two in particular are important because this has a color that matches the thread. And if I had a pattern card, by playing these, I could place that pattern card down. But I don't have any pattern cards right now. At the beginning of a turn, you're going to go ahead and either draw 2 from the draw pile, or draw 1, or take 1 rather, from the discard pile. Since there's nothing in the discard pile, I have to draw. So I will draw 2 cards from the top of that. I still do not have any pattern cards. And that's unfortunate. I can't do anything really as far as placing cards, so I'm forced to end my turn. Maximum hand card size is 5, so I can keep 5 of these, but I have to discard the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and keep those at least. Yellow and green, I can set up another turn with that. And we'll just go ahead and keep this fabric card. That'll be the 5 I keep. And those 2 right there, I will go ahead and discard. And that will end my turn. Okay, so let's say this is my next turn. The other player has gone ahead, had the same luck as I have. First time I played. I now have options. I can either draw something from this discard pile, or I can draw 2 cards from the draw pile, which is what I'm going to do. Well, there we go. I got a pattern card. I house pattern card and I have a moon pattern card. Those are just for flavor. What's really important is these side tabs here. They are different on most of the cards. Add those to my hand, and now I can get to playing the cards. Black and red and black, they share black, so I can go ahead and discard those two, and then I can play one of these pattern cards in front of me. For doing so, I can take a button and place it in front of me as well. Now it's still my turn. I can actually play something else now because I thought ahead. Now I have this yellow thread and this green and yellow fabric. They share yellow. I can go ahead and discard those and place this pattern piece on my existing quilt assembly. It has to mate up to the tabs. See, this 1 does not mate up to the 2, but it will mate up to the 2 there. So that is how you play that on there. Consider those sewn together. I can't move them unless a card allows me to do it. I also get a button for placing that. So now I have 2 buttons, and my opponent has nothing. At some point during the game, I may end up drawing a notion. Notion cards are gold, and they range from scissors to pincushion to a seam ripper. This one is the measuring tape, and these cards just allow you to do things, action cards, so to speak. This one allows you to search the draw pile for a fabric card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle the draw pile afterwards. Useful in a pinch if you don't have a fabric card. Unfortunately, I just drew another fabric card and had one in my hand, so it doesn't help me now, but it could help me later. In order to use it, I would go ahead and on my turn, reveal it, search through the draw pile for a fabric card that I want, reveal it, put it in my hand, and then shuffle the discard pile, or the draw pile, and then place that on the bottom. Eventually you'll get to a point where you are playing the final piece on a 2x2 quilt assembly. This will be the 4th one I put. Let's see, orange green, the used pile, and I place this one, and it fits. I would get a button for placing it, and I would get a bonus button for completing the quilt. And once the quilt is completed, you gather up the pieces and shuffle them into the draw pile. And then I can start a new one. At the moment the final button is taken, game ends, and the buttons are revealed to their point sides. Once tallied up, player with the most points is declared the winner. Here I have 3, 6, 9, 10. 10 points. 2 there. Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. I lost. And that's how you play Whipstitch. Thanks for watching.